the next, to the previous one. I just need to write something. So, thank you.
How much time have we spent?
So over 1 hour, 10 minutes.
Okay, so we're still on course. Does anybody have any question, please?
Yes, sorry, I forgot I had something in the cooker, on the cooker. Can you, when you mentioned convince yourself to sell, I missed what you said there because that was when I had to run out.
Conviction. You have to have a conviction that your product is sellable. You have to have a conviction that your product is good. You have to have a conviction that your product can solve a problem. You have to convince yourself, first of all, before you can convince anybody. And with the power of that conviction, you see the way I said that, the power, because you are coming from within to without. You are an evidence that your product is selling. You're selling skin products, and your skin, there's literally no space on your face. Nobody's going to buy it from you. You got acne, you got some kind of eczema, nobody's going to buy it from you because you've not used your product yourself. So convince yourself, use your product, imbibe your product as part of your lifestyle, and then you're ready to sell. Do you get that now?
Yes, yes.
Does anybody have any question?
You know, the previous business of closing, I just wanted to look at the last paragraph because I was writing, sorry.
Chisholm, based on this question, obviously, like you said, the conviction is to close the deal. If you are, obviously, you've tried everything, and at the end, the paying customer, the buying customer changes their mind right at the end, how do you bring it back?
You go home.
Because you've already spent so much time on it.
You go home.
Okay.
You go home and revise what you did and find out where you went wrong.
Okay.
Because your sales strategy has to be on point. It is a mastery. It's a complete process. It's a mapped out, a blueprint. You don't just jump on it. So if there's any mistake, then we have to find where the mistake is so that you can have a rebounder and bounce back. So what you do at that moment is, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, I apologize. That's why you need the closure guide. Oh, I apologize if I took so much of your time. You're angry. Oh. I'm really sorry I took so much of your time. Please, I must let you go so that you can attend to other things. I hope you don't mind giving me another appointment.
Okay. Yeah.
I totally love, you begin to compliment the person. I totally love whatever it is, your hair, even if the person doesn't have hair.
Okay.
I'm just saying, really, you just have to find something genuine to compliment the person. The person will feel good.
Yeah.
And when the person feels good, he feels he's winning. It's a lie. You are winning because you've got the person's pain, you have gotten the person's weak point. He likes compliments. Oh yeah, give him the compliment. Go. But you are going to go and rebound. You're coming back and you're coming back stronger.
Right. Okay. So you shouldn't lose the customer.
You're not losing the customer, you're not losing the network, you're not losing anything. You don't lose.
Okay.
That time was not wasted because you stood, you listened, you complimented, you made the person feel at home. Even sometimes you have to, that's why I say you have to learn a lot about other things that doesn't even have to do with what you're selling. If it's somebody that is going through an emotional, you can't sell the person. If it's somebody that maybe there's no food in the house, you bring your lunch. You have to offer more than you have to offer more.
It's compassion.
If you don't offer more, the person just feels you are in for the money. And the money he's offering you is not up to what you are offering. You have offered more than that.
Right, okay. Sure.
So the closure guide will be made available to us. But with the assignment I put on Telegram, I need us to get it done, because if I don't have that, I may not be able to attend to us individually, because I don't know the particular situation of closure, whether it's a brand, a product, or an idea. So I told you before, you keep a pen always. You wear a smile that gets you noticed. Another secret is when you come into a place, or you are in a place where there are people, you bring your contribution, you bring your suggestion, you bring your idea, and you ensure that you are seen, you are visible. That's why we are trying to make sure that we are visible online, because digital world has taken over the normal life, or the world of cold calling, or normal, you go and see somebody. You can't just go and see anybody anyhow now. Okay, so you give your prospect a treat. I said that already. You just always have a treat in your bag. Maybe a chewy gum, a pack of biscuits, anything. Just be a bearer of good things. Be a bearer of good news. There shouldn't be any element of pessimism or negativity around you. So you assume only positivity. And as they always say, light always counters darkness. And when light comes in, darkness disappears. Amen. Praise the Lord. So be present and listen always. Just be present. Don't be thinking about anything. That's why a salesperson has to be healthy. He has to be in order. You have to be on point. You have to wear things that, it depends on if it's a fashionable person, you have to wear things that your client or prospects or would-be customer would like to see. Maybe it's a trending bag, or anything. Even if you don't like it, just give them a treat, give them a ball, give them something to wow about. Yes, you're selling perfume and you're not wearing any. Hello. And you know what? Maintain close eye contact and close that sale. What did I say? Everybody repeat after me. Close that sale. Close the sale.
Close that sale.
Close that sale. Just keep telling to yourself, close that sale. In your mind, close that sale. Customer is thinking or saying he's tougher than you. Close the sale. I can close this customer. With boldness in the spirit, with confidence in your heart. You even use your prayer points. I will close this sale in Jesus' name. There's nothing that will make me not to close this sale. So they have to be practical. In fact, you even have a whole sales team. And your sales team has to be in the spirit. So when they are carrying the books, there's no even need. Before you enter, you must buy the book. Before you receive your healing, you collect the book.
Amen. Amen.
So,
but what you're saying is true. You know, it may sound funny. It may sound, oh, you try to deceive people, but you're right, because I know, actually, I know this person, and they said to me they had a I think it was an LV bag or something, but a Louis Vuitton bag, and admittedly the person was
premium quality.
There was no. It was the real thing.
Limited option, limited edition.
Yes, no, Louis Vuitton bag, yeah. But that was because they said, even though they themselves were challenged financially, yeah, but they said because they were working in the luxury brand, it was important that the customers saw them promoting the brand.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So it was important that they promote the brand. So like I said, even though they were financially challenged themselves, but they said they had to wear the products. Sorry, can you please, I'm in a meeting. Yeah, so they had to wear the products. So I understand what you are saying, because at the end of the day, if you're in a luxury brand, you want to get luxury people, then that's what you do.
Interested, yes, in what you are selling. So the only way they can get interested, they don't want to see your pain. They want to buy what you're selling. So what are you selling? You have to show it. You have to bring it to their face every single time. You're right. Thank you for that example. I really appreciate it. Any other? Nobody is saying anything. Okay, so you can see your screen now. I say, is Google your friend? Can I find your business, your brand, or your product online with a simple search? I'm going to do that right now. All of us. Do you have an extra phone? If you have an extra phone, please Google your name or the name of your brand, what you're selling. Because that's to answer Minister Chika's question. Cold call has become almost impossible. So we have a new type of cold calling. That is search engine optimization. That I go to Google now and search your product. Your product should be the first or the second, at least 1 to 5 that I see.
Some of us don't have a product.
That's what I'm saying. That okay, so you can talk. What's your product?
I don't have
before now.
I don't have a personal business.
Okay, so what do you plan to do after sense of sale class?
Working on my hobbies. You said we should. My interest is in music, in the music industry.
Fantastic. So before the end of the year, we have an album coming up.
Amen.
Amen.
This is not a joke. I didn't come here to play. All of us are. I know you are laughing because you are wondering how is she going to be able to deliver an album before the end of the year. Well, if she has to dream up the songs, I'm giving you the permission to pray for her to start dreaming up the songs now. There's a song that has been in my head since I was a child. Maybe I'll share it with her so that she can also put it in that album. And it goes like this. Don't forget my friends, love. Don't leave without it. Keep on living with it because it's gonna lead you somewhere. That's the end of my song. Okay, so yes. So I just wanted to share that because I haven't shared that song before. So you're going to give me credit for that particular one when you use it.
Okay.
So we all have something to sell. I told you already. I said that as I said, even if any is not selling, you are selling. I've delivered a pitch now.
Yes.
Stylishly, I've delivered a pitch that I want my song to be in her album. Can you see? Without even knowing it, I've delivered a pitch. So some of these things you have to inculcate in such a way that it becomes part of you in a manner that your sense of style, your sense of hearing, all the other senses now adopts a sense of self. And your lifestyle has no choice but to tilt towards this new sense, this new sensory organ. So adopt a sense of self as your new sensory organ. Let me see. I think I have some people saying, I love this. Okay, see that. Okay. Good one. I believe your product. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Fantastic. So, anybody who Google is his friend here, I want to make that person my friend. No. That's my number one friend. You see, my organization, Women Initiative for Family Entrepreneur Empowerment, is all about positive social engagement. Positivity rules the world. You see, light and dark things cannot be in the same place. And there's no vacuum in nature. Either light is taking place or dark is taking place. So if you know that you don't want any other person's brand who you're not sure is offering quality, service, and capacity as much as you are, you have to put your brand on the internet because, of course, if I'm checking something on my phone right now and you walk in and you're talking gibberish, I don't want to know what you're talking about. I just want to know your name. Once you give me your name, I take my phone. I just go ping, 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 ping.
Yes, yeah.
If I don't see you there,
yeah,
I'm lost. I don't want ever to.
Yeah, which is why they encourage you to obviously be on all the social media handles, so that, like you rightly said, if somebody searches your name, they will find it instantly. On one of the social media handles. Yeah.
So we are almost at the end of this class. You want the class to end or not?
No.
Okay. So that brings us to what we call digital sales sense. So what is your digital sales sense? How are you able to develop it? So I told you before that, you know, cutting off cold calling and replacing it with digital sales sense, including your ability to find you using the search engine optimization. And how do you do search engine optimization? You have to encourage yourself to create content that converts, content that sells, content that drives traffic. The only way you can, now when you now have your content, either in video version, in digital version like this, or audio version, podcasts. So I'm challenging Dr. Oba, Pastor Dr. Oba now to have a podcast. So we're going to have Unique Women podcasts, and I'm not sure of what we're talking about there, but we just have to have our voice heard. So it's an amazing thing to be here, and I'm so privileged, and I love you guys. So you need to have to develop those things. So when you now have all this digital content and digital products, that's when you now get the need, you now have to do what we call advertisement, Facebook ad, social media ad, and bring in people into the funnel that you have developed. Your funnel can end up in your WhatsApp, the funnel can end up in your website, a landing page. It all depends on how you want your customer to reach you. Maybe converting them, asking them to call you. You know, it depends on how you want it. So by the time our digital products are ready by the end of this month, by God's grace, we can now start doing content creation. We can now start driving the content, making sure that we'll now get someone who's going to now run us through ad creation. So the ad creation would help essentially to drive sales. So if, for instance, there's a product you're selling and you want to reach a particular niche market, there's a way the ad would target that audience and get you the sales, right? So what is digital sales sense? Digital sales sense is your understanding of how the cyberspace can act as a sales sense magnet for you and your brand. By now, you are itching to test run your new sense of self. But wait, with all this that is said, if you decide to take to the streets without a digital sales sense, right now, you might not hit you might hit brick walls. And, you know, you are going to lose out on a lot of sales. That is what Minister Chika was saying about cold call not working anymore. But it doesn't mean that we rule out the fact that cold call exists in sales. Because if we now understand what cold call is not doing, then we can now be able to now know what we can do to convert. So, like I said, most people will be glued to their phone. So you have to reach them through that same means. Because they want to verify you. They want to be sure that you're authentic. They want to be sure that your products can work. They want to see your reviews. Because once you are able, people see you, they will be reviewing your product. Either it's a newsletter, either it's through podcasts. There will be comments in your comment section, in your LinkedIn. People are saying things about you. So once there's a negative thing about you, that's why you shouldn't even allow any negative paparazzi. Let me put it that way. So in real sense, you have to get a website, you have to get a blog, a podcast, depending on what suits your brand. So when you eventually coordinate and do the Facebook, the ad, social media ad, that you already have a digital product. So it is now social media ad that you now understand how it works. So everything is stage by stage, step by step. I didn't just get here. It's a process, designing the products, making sure that I don't even know. So there's a lot of dynamics to selling. So we need to make sure that we do our own due diligence, our own homework. When we do our homework, then we can now outsource what we cannot do. Like maybe websites or blog or content creation, because content that converts. Before you show up online, you must have a content. Like the lady, this Minister Eshon, I don't know the spelling pronunciation.
Eshon, yeah.
Eshon, okay. You know that you want to sing to glorify God, and you need to write those songs. So I charge you this night, don't sleep. Write me those songs. I'm begging you. My soul needs those songs. I need to be liberated by your song. Without your song,